Hello, my name is Bentsyde, and this is my video essay for the Human and Thermal Comforts and Thermal Dynamics Assignment in AEC208. Alright, let's get started. Right, we're going to be talking about energy use, renewable and non-renewable energy resources. First I want to start off with energy use in ancient Greece. Now the ancient Greeks, they tried to utilize the sun by building their buildings in such a way that the sun could come in the wintertime and warm the place, and in the summertime the sun was ahead and the building would be shaded. It's just simple design elements. Alright, let's get into energy sources. We'll start with non-renewable energy sources like fossil fuels. Fossil fuels are coal, oil, natural gas. We burn them to create energy. Natural gas is a clean energy source composed mostly of methane. We burn it for fuel. You can also use fracking to get more of it out of the ground. Causes a lot of ground and water pollution though, and it's there's only so much of it that we can get out of the ground, so it's not renewable. Oil is the most important energy source in the world. It powers our whole world. Without oil, everything would collapse pretty much. We use oil to make gas, which runs our vehicles. Without that, we don't get food in the grocery stores. That's how it works. Fortunately, it's not infinite, so eventually it will run out. For now, it's, like I said, the most important energy source in the world. Coal is another non-renewable energy source. It's the most abundant, but it's really dirty, pollutes the atmosphere, and it's difficult to transport. People, like many countries in the world, still rely on coal, like China. China's the biggest coal polluter in the world by far. Nuclear power is splitting uranium to create energy. It is one of the cleanest energy sources that we have. It's also one of the most effective and the cheapest.
Now, what about environmental impact? Well, I think a really easy way to think about it is that uranium fuel, which is what we use to power nuclear plants, is just really energy dense. About the same amount of uranium as this Rubik's Cube can power all of the energy that you need in your entire life.
All right, let's get into renewable energy sources. We'll start with solar energy. Solar energy is more than just photovoltaic cells or solar panels. It's also things like using the sun to heat up a thermal mass. But as for solar panels, they produce electricity, considered renewable, even though the materials that they are made out of are not renewable. And also most solar panels only have a 20-year lifespan, so most of that junk just ends up in the landfill. Next we'll talk about wind energy. It's just what you think it is. It's using windmills to create energy. They are not super efficient. They only work when it's windy. They're also devastating toward large birds. We're talking like eagles. But they do produce some energy, and it's renewable. So there you go. Next we'll talk about biomass energy, which is just burning plants, basically. Plants can also be turned into fuel. The most effective biodiesel in the world by far is hemp. We should be turning hemp into fuel, but we're not really doing that yet. We'll see. Now we'll talk about hydroelectric energy, which is, dams using water to create energy. Can also be used as like a battery to store energy. It's where you pump water into a reservoir to be held to later go through a generator. But the process of pumping it up and then letting it go down is very wasteful, and dams are also really, not the best on the environment because it floods a whole giant place. But hydroelectric energy is good stuff. I think so, anyways. Next, we'll talk about marine energy, which is basically harnessing tidal power, wave power, ocean current power. It's just what you think. It's harnessing the energy of the ocean. Haven't really done a lot with that yet, but I imagine in the future we will. Next we'll talk about geothermal energy, which is extracting energy from the earth. They can go a long time, and they do create free, cheap, free energy. The problem is that those plants take like billions of dollars to create, and there's no guarantee how long the spot they sit on is still going to be geothermically active. So it could run for 100 years, or it could run for like the next month and then stop. So it's kind of not the most reliable source of energy, let's just say. Next we'll talk about hydrogen power. People aren't really using hydrogen power yet because it takes a lot of energy to convert stuff to hydrogen, so you can use the hydrogen for power. It's not really super effective yet. It'd be nice to see, machines that are powered by, run on water. Problem is, everybody who creates, like say a car that runs on water, they get mysteriously disappeared. Alright, that's it. That's my video essay on energy sources, renewable and non-renewable. This is my first time trying to create a video essay like this, so I know it's not the most polished, but hopefully it's a good start. Thanks for your time. Bye.